we're seeing that traditional space powers, namely China and Russia, are developing and putting counterspace and space capabilities to the test. There have been far fewer headline-grabbing developments or, kinetic ASAT weapons that blow up a satellite, and we've seen a proliferation of small and steady on-orbit capabilities developing that show the growing sophistication of space systems, particularly maneuvering in orbit.
Hi, I'm Clayton Swope. I'm the Deputy Director of the Aerospace Security Project and a Senior Fellow in the Defense and Security Department.
And I'm Makena, a Fellow with the Aerospace Security Project. And we're here to talk about our recent report with Carrie Bingen and Kendra Lefebvre, the Space Threat Assessment 2025.
We write this report every year. This is our 8th report. I look at it now as a family tradition that I'm just happy to be a part of the second year writing it. What I've just seen in 2 years really is that, and I use this quote in the report, it's from Ralph Waldo Emerson, not a space expert, but he said, "The years teach much which the days never know." And I think just in 2 years, we see trends. I think we'll see more trends over those 8 years. This year, we talked a lot about GPS jamming and spoofing. We talked a lot about unusual behaviors of satellites in space. I'm thinking that's what we've talked a lot about in prior reports, but I haven't seen it. This is only my second report. So Makena, could you tell us about what you've seen over time?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that we're seeing that traditional space powers, namely China and Russia, are developing and putting counterspace and space capabilities to the test. There have been far fewer headline-grabbing developments or, kinetic ASAT weapons that blow up a satellite, and we've seen a proliferation of small and steady on-orbit capabilities developing that show the growing sophistication of space systems, particularly maneuvering in orbit. And other capabilities, such as GPS jamming and spoofing, are commonplace now. 5 years ago, we were kind of writing these as wow, no one knows that this is happening everywhere. And today, it's almost seen as expected in times of conflict. And something else that has evolved in our report is the shorter analysis on going past country sections and doing more trend analysis in a section of features. So this year, we talk about, this GPS jamming and spoofing, the drip of cyber attacks, rendezvous and proximity operations, unintentional space debris, and the collision of commercial and counter space. So, these stories really put into perspective the activities that we recount in our country chapters and frame the activity in a really new and effective way.
Yeah, and I think, from a larger policy viewpoint, what we've done, I think what we continue to do is emphasize how important space is to society, to the economy, to national security, and that we really shouldn't take it for granted, and that a lot of these threats that we've seen throughout the years, they've just grown in prominence and probably will continue to do so in the future. So I think that when we continue to write this report, this tradition, that you'll see a lot of these same trends that play out over the next few years. To read the full report, Space Threat Assessment 2025, please visit csis.org.